Hi everyone, welcome to Shaw's Gardening. Today I want to share with you something I have been growing. They are not just beautiful and delicious, they are also packed with incredible health benefits. They are broccoli and red cabbage, microgreen. Look at these vibrant greens. Don't they look fresh and happy? These tiny little plants may be small, but they are nutritional, powerful houses. Broccoli microgreens contain up to 40 times more nutrients than mature broccoli. They are especially high in sulforaphane, which supports detoxification and may help reduce inflammation. They are also a great source of vitamin C, vitamin K, and fiber. Red cabbage microgreens are equally amazing. They are loaded with vitamin A, vitamin E, and antioxidants that help protect your cells and support your immune system. Plus, they contain anthocyanins, the same compound that gives blueberries their color and health
It's not too
benefits.
dry, but
Now you probably wonder, what do they taste like? Actually, lots of people have not heard about microgreens. Broccoli microgreens have a fresh, slightly peppery flavor, very similar to raw broccoli, but milder. Red cabbage microgreens have a sweet, crispy, slightly earthy taste. They not only taste delicious, but also add a pop of color to any dish. You can add them to scrambled eggs, sandwiches, wraps, smoothies, or simply sprinkle them on top of a salad or soup. It's an easy way to boost nutrition in everyday meals. I just harvested these trays this morning. I carefully packed them into clamshell containers to keep them fresh, and I put them into refrigerator to keep them cool to stay longer. Look at this one. This is broccoli, microgreen, red cabbage, microgreen, red cabbage, microgreen. And I have all of them ready. Since I grow more than my family can eat, so I thought, why not share with others? So I posted a little post on the community Facebook group especially for some moms who wants to add fresh homegrown healthy greens to add to their meals. I received more than 7 people say they are interested in buying these delicious greens, and some of them said they will pick up today, this afternoon, and some of them might pick up tomorrow. I'm excited. I hope they will pick up today. For each container, it's 50 grams in net weight. So 50 grams of microgreen inside. Broccoli and red cabbage microgreens takes about 1 week for them to germinate, to mature, to ready to harvest. In summer, growing broccoli and red cabbage microgreen actually quicker than in winter because the temperature is kind of warmer. So inside of the room, the temperature is warmer to grow them. So for this time, the broccoli and the red cabbage microgreen only takes about 7 days to harvest them. You water them in the morning and in the evening because during the day I go to work. So Once I come home from work, then I immediately check to see how dry is the soil. If the soil is dry, so I just water them on the bottom of the tray. But most importantly, if you grow your own microgreens, on the edge of the tray, you should try to spray the water to the root of the baby plants because they tend to dry out quickly than the center of the tray. So normally I fill the water on the tray, but I also spray some water on the edge of the trays to make sure the entire trays are not too dry. And so in the early morning, I go to work, I immediately check to see if they need water. I use the organic indoor, complete organic indoor potting mix to grow my microgreens. And so my microgreens are very nutritious. So my microgreens are very. So my microgreens are very nutrients. So my microgreens are very nutritious because they have the very good nutrition from soil, and plus seeds themselves also have packed with nutrients for them to germinate, to grow, becomes a little baby plants. So I believe my microgreen is very healthy, delicious. Definitely they are very good for your body. And also I have checked on website about broccoli microgreen actually can potentially prevent or kill the bacteria called H. pylori. I don't know if any of you heard about it. My mom passed away from stomach cancer, and she had H. pylori bacteria in her stomach for many years. This type of bacteria normally doesn't affect you at the early stage. Then in the mid stage will cause probably stomach ulcer and polyps, etc. But if they are not treated, then they overgrown and can cause cancer. So the reason I started grow microgreens because this, I was looking for something to get rid of H. pylori. This type of bacteria, actually lots of people have it, they just don't know it. Even doctor found out you have H. pylori, normally they will not treat you even you have H. pylori unless you have symptoms. Most people may not affected by H. pylori, but some people like mom was affected by it and even died from it. Anyway, I'm just saying microgreens have lots of nutrients. That is why I began to grow microgreen. Oh, short story. After my mom passed away, I checked myself to see if I have H. pylori. I never have the bacteria, and I went to the hospital and get checked and get treated. Now I don't have anymore. But to prevent the H. pylori, actually I even went to Randall's before I was growing my own. I went to Randall's to look for microgreens, and Randall's had a tiny little microgreens that was just like a sprout, not really looking like green, and it was dried out, was just tiny little bit, was $5 something. It was so expensive, so I wanted to grow my own. Then was the time I started to learn to grow my own microgreens. Anyway, now I'm just waiting for the people to text me to come here to pick up my baby microgreens. I can't wait for them to pick up. They are very delicious. Really, my son and I this morning, we made our breakfast with microgreens. My son and I love the whole grain bread, topped with cheese, egg, avocado, broccoli, and red cabbage microgreen. I believe they are delicious. If you haven't tried it yet, you should try. Anyway, I'm waiting for the people to come by this afternoon to pick up some packages. I will let you know if I sold any or not. Today is a Wednesday evening. Are you curious to know if I have sold microgreen or not? So Monday afternoon, I was waiting for people to come to pick microgreens, and the person did not show up, and also I had something to do as well. Our time just doesn't match for her to pick up, and she said she had rain on her way to come here, so she never made to come to my place. So she never picked up the microgreen. In that evening, and I have a different person said the person will come to pick up microgreen. And so we were back and forth texting on our phones. Finally, we met in a public place. And she bought one red cabbage and one broccoli microgreen. And I made $8. I have more than 7 people say they are interested to come to buy microgreen. And so only one showed up. However, we were still communicating on our cell phone to see when is the best time for them to pick up. So some of them said they will pick up on Tuesday evening. And I was waiting Tuesday evening at home. And for some reason, maybe they are very busy. You know, nowadays how busy the life is and how busy mom's lives are. So they did not show up Tuesday evening. They didn't message me again, said they will show up today. And end up there's one person texted me earlier, said she couldn't come today because she realized it's too far from my place. Sorry, it's a mosquito. So for now, I only made $8. I sold 2 packages of microgreen, one broccoli and one red cabbage. So SCT was to sell microgreen. I think if you talk about the money, it's not worth. Consider how much work you put in and how much time and energy and wait for people and adjust the time. Over that part is not worth it. However, I did learn a lot from this experience. I am happy I did what I did. I am happy that I get to grow beautiful microgreen and I get to experiment by selling it. And I get to communicate with some awesome ladies. Although I only made $8. However, I get to provide fresh, organic, juicy, fresh microgreens to my kitchen table, and my son and my husband, both of them like it very much. So have you ever tried to sell from your garden? I would love to hear your experience in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video about more garden adventures.